Segundo, es esto la fábrica del día de la fecha, esta parte del programa en donde lo que hacemos es redefinir, reanalizar, rehablar sobre todo lo que tiene que ver con lo que rodea al mundo de la industria de la música. Una actividad que hace un puñadito de años nada más precisaba de barcos, de aviones, de container para distribuir de un lado al otro del planeta Tierra todo lo referido al mundo de la industria. En los últimos años nada más, apenas unas décadas, ha cambiado todo esto, y para hablar de todos estos cambios es que vamos a hablar siempre con diferentes protagonistas, y hoy nos vamos nada más y menos que para Suecia para hablar con los amigos de UNDECAYED. Espero haberlo pronunciado bien, que ya están conectados con nosotros. Hello my friend, there is Manu, there is Raulo. Are you listening good?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hi. We can hear you. Can you hear us fine?
Yeah. Excellent. Fine. Excellent.
Great.
Bueno, Raulo, mandale vos.
Sí.
Yo no puedo más.
Sí. I'm a big fan of this kind of music. I love true metal. It's like, so I'm really happy to meet you. See, we are live. We are going to start with the interview. So please tell us your full name, where are you from, and how old are you?
Okay, we're 2/4 of the Swedish band UNDECAYED, a traditional death metal band from Sweden, but not Swedish traditional, but Florida traditional rather. My name is Jesper, and I'm the drummer of the band, and I'm joined by
Tony Richter, the vocalist.
Can you repeat the name, please?
Tony Richter.
Tony, perfect.
Tony.
And how old are you?
Tony.
how old we are. Oh, we're old. I'm 48.
Okay. And I'm 53.
Okay, perfect. I'm over 40, so no problem with that. I love that kind of things, no problem. And can you tell us which is your first memory of you listening to music?
Our favorite music?
No, the memory, the first memory of you listening to music.
Ooh, my first memory, probably something on TV, I guess. Living in Sweden, I would guess some kind of ABBA or something. Perhaps my father's playing his records back home, Elvis and Beatles and stuff like that.
Perfect.
My only first memory is probably since I started to listen to metal, and that was I heard Iron Maiden, The Number of the Beast, for the first time at a friend's house, and became a big Iron Maiden fan after that.
So,
that's how it started for me.
Me too. I'm a big fan of. I'm a bass player, you know. So that, Iron Maiden first one, incredible.
Steve Harris is the man.
Steve Harris is incredible. Bueno, I'm going to make a little translation for the Spanish listeners. Estamos hablando con Jasper y Tony, que tienen 48 y 53 años, son de Suecia, son los miembros de UNDECAYED, de una banda de death metal. Y su primer recuerdo para Jasper escuchando música, bueno, fue claramente mirando la televisión en Suecia, grupos como ABBA y los Beatles, y para Tony fue Iron Maiden, o sea, la primera vez que se escucha que se recuerda escuchar música fue Iron Maiden. Manu, estás muteado, ¿para qué?
Perdón,
Sí.
Hicieron una diferencia en que ellos son death metal sueco, que no tiene nada que ver con el death metal de Florida.
Sí.
Entendí mal, que es el de Dead, que es la banda que, entendí bien.
Sí, perfecto. And Manu is telling me about the differences between the Florida death metal and the Swedish death metal that you say.
You make that,
the difference.
That line.
Sí. Y bueno, y ahí, como dice Manu, hicieron una gran diferencia entre el death metal de Florida, de Estados Unidos.
Yo le quiero
Suecia.
preguntar si ellos fueron conscientes y escuchaban death metal cuando nace el death metal, o si conocieron el death metal en los 90.
Sí. Manu wants to know if you were listening to death metal when the death metal was born or after in the 90s.
I was listening since it became. I was there when Scream Bloody Gore was released, and I was there when Seven Churches was released. What really got me really hooked was Walter's Madness, but I was there when everything came out, and I started to listen to it back then.
Excellent.
¿Y cómo les llegó la data?
Sí, and how do you get that through TV, radio, that info?
Claro. Because now it's so easy.
Sí.
Back then we had a heavy metal record store in Sweden where we carried all those titles. It used to be a thrash metal guys who ran it, and when death metal appeared, they stocked that as well.
Ah, perfect.
¿Quedó algo de eso?
Yeah.
Sí,
¿Existe algo de eso?
Man wants to know if the store is still now. No?
No, long gone. No
Okay.
stores left.
Ooh.
Actually, that's not quite
Not
true.
completely full, no.
Because the last couple of years, like the last 5-6 years, vinyl records have started to grow very much in Sweden. So we have at least 5 different record stores in our hometown, but they all carry mostly vinyl records.
Perfect.
And like CDs.
Sí, no, perfect. Sí. Ahí está la explicación, Manu. Ahí está la explicación. Sí.
Bueno,
You know, record labels, that kind of record labels. We live in Buenos Aires, and they were kind of mixed. You know, with heavy metal and not only metal. It's hard to find record metal stores in Latin America, but I will love what you have said. Manu, ahí está la diferencia. O sea, sí, nos contaba que sí, Tony tuvo la oportunidad de estar cuando en el inicio del death metal, y fue a través de una casa de ventas de discos, bueno, que esa casa de ventas ya no existe más, pero sí que hay como un resurgimiento de casas de ventas de discos en Suecia a través del vinilo, que se puso de moda de vuelta, y en la ciudad donde están ellos tienen cinco casas más o menos. And can you tell us which was your first instrument and which was the first song that you learned?
Well, my first instrument was the drums, and the first song. Well, actually, when I started playing quite early. I was just like 7 or 8 years old, and I started out just banging on a pillow, basically. And the first song I started to play along with on that pillow was actually I Just Called to Say I Love You by Stevie Wonder.
It's okay. It's a hard one. It's not easy.
My mom had bought that single and liked it very much. I just started,
Tony se murió.
That's not very metal at all.
It's
We
okay.
will fire him tomorrow.
But I also did the traditional thing that kids did. Actually, me and a friend used to play along on cans and stuff like that to Kiss Alive.
Oh, I know. Okay. That is more rock and roll. And for you, Tony?
Well, I started out trying to learn to be a guitar player with a friend, but soon discovered I had no talent whatsoever. So I stopped doing that and started to do vocals instead, because I thought, well, you don't need to know anything. Of course you did. So my early years were a bit hard. But well, in the end, I guess it worked out. I have been on over 30 recordings, so I must be doing something right.
Wow. Muy buena, incredible. Sí. And when you were friends, you play with the guys in the school. You were with metal guys or with everybody?
Well, I have played basically everything. I've always started out with metal, but I played I've done shows with the blues band. I've done cover, the traditional rock cover stuff in bars. I've done marching band. About everything. But I always played metal in some form, basically.
No, but the question was, there were tribes in your school, the metal guys, the grunge guys, the electronic music, or they were all mixed?
Well, I think there's a bit, since it differs a couple of years between us. So I think during my school time, it wasn't that big, actually. You listen to kind of all kinds of music, but of course the metalheads were kind of isolated, but it was more like, if you like Metallica or Guns N' Roses when I went to high school.
Exactly.
When I went to school, it was people who listened to heavy metal and people who listened to we said synth, we call it Depeche Mode and stuff like that. And there were fights, the metalheads against the others. And then when I moved on to well, not high school, but later on, and I became interested in thrash metal instead. We were only 3 guys in the whole school who liked thrash metal. My older heavy metal friends, they thought we were strange and crazy because thrash metal, but was just noise to them.
Beautiful, beautiful. See, you have a black t-shirt, I have a black t-shirt, we are friends. No more.
Yes, yeah.
Perfect. Ahí está, Manu. Es igual. It's the same in every part of the world. I love that of the metal. Sí. Ahí está, confirma mi teoría, Manu. Son unos genios. I love what you're saying. Sí. Bueno, nos estaban contando que cuando eran chicos había toda una mezcla para Jasper, que tiene es un poquito más joven, había un poquito más de mezcla, pero cuando Tony era joven estaban los metaleros y los que escuchaban Depeche Mode. Gran diferencia, y había un par de peleas, pero bueno, después se fueron juntando todos, y sí, es muy divertido, pasa en todas partes del mundo. Manu, es buenísimo. And can you tell us which was the first concert that you went?
My first concert was actually Skid Row. In 91. They played in a small town called Lund here in southern Sweden on the Slave to the Grind tour. I was just 13 years old when I went to see Skid Row.
Excellent.
My first was AC/DC on their Fly on the Wall tour. I think it must have been in 1987 or something like that.
Excellent opportunity. And they were in the biggest moment. Skid Row was excellent in that moment with the voice and that kind of thing. Sí. And AC/DC, wow, increíble. Bueno, nos estaban contando sus primeros show fue Skid Row en 1991 y AC/DC en 1987, más o menos. Agarraron un momento grandioso de las dos bandas. And can you tell us how did UNDECAYED begin the band and why you put that name?
Here is the thing. I used to be in a death metal band called Ninth Plague, and we had some lineup difficulties. After we had released our first album, the whole band kind of quit on me. And I had my friend Michael Bergman, the guitar player in this band, and we had been in a lot of bands together back in the 90s. And he had some problems with the lineup in his band, which was more a band called This Romance, was more kind of goth metal or something like that. And so I remember I told him, why shouldn't we start a band together again, since we are both having problems, and let's play old school death metal like we were supposed to do in the 90s. We tried to play this kind of music in the 90s, but we didn't really succeed back then. So we started the band, me and Michael, and it just took off from there. We wanted a band name which was only one word. It was important to Michael, and it was of course hard to find one word that hadn't been used already, because this was probably in 2008 or something like that. And I found that name in a H.P. Lovecraft novel one day. I realized I had never heard the name before, and we just picked it.
Perfect. Nice story. Bueno, nos estaba contando Manu que Tony tuvo la oportunidad de participar en un montón de bandas, y él estaba tocando con una banda, bueno, y lo echaron, y se encontró con otro amigo que estaba en una banda y necesitaba gente, bueno, y ahí fue cuando empezó el proyecto, más o menos en 2008, y él estaba leyendo a H.P. Lovecraft, y estaba dentro del mundo de Lovecraft, estaba la palabra UNDECAYED, y ellos querían una banda con una sola palabra en el nombre, bueno, y así fue como quedó. In May of this year you released your last album, In Death Image. How was the recording process?
It was both intense and long.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to record at least drums and vocals in a real studio, because we think it's quite hard to do. So we started up with the drums, of course, like you usually do, and I was kind of excited and a bit nervous actually, because I haven't recorded in quite a few years at this point.
We kind of brought this guy out of retirement when he joined us.
Yeah, actually. So I was excited and a bit nervous, and about 3 days later I nailed everything. So I was almost disappointed, because I thought it would take a bit longer time than just 3 days to manage everything.
Yeah.
And then we went on with the vocals, which actually went rather smooth.
Well, we must say that the studio was about to close down.
Oh.
So I felt a bit rushed. When it was my time, I only had like a month left to do it, and we couldn't record every day. And looking back now, I think I would have been doing some retakes that wasn't made because of that. But overall, we are happy with it, but it felt a bit stressed. So it was not the perfect conditions recording the vocals.
And this is also why I said it took quite a long time, because after the studio was closed, we started recording guitars and bass at home. And it turned out that recording at home is both easy and hard, because you can do it whenever you want, and that's the problem, basically.
It's a big problem, that's it.
It's also a funny thing about the bass player, because before he was going to record the bass, he was unemployed, so he had all the time in the world. And right when he was supposed to record, he got a job. So all of a sudden he had a fucked up schedule, so he couldn't record as easy as without writing to.
Well, it's the bass player. Always the bass player is a problem. I'm a bass player. I can understand it. No problem with that. No, es en todas partes del mundo. It's the same everywhere. It's excellent. Es buenísimo.
Contame un poco cómo fue lo de la grabación.
Es increíble. No, se estaban quejando un poquito de cómo fue la grabación, porque ellos intentaron, son muy old school, ellos tratan de hacer todo a la vieja usanza, para decirlo de alguna manera, y habían contratado un estudio para grabar las baterías y las voces, que dicen que es lo más difícil de grabar. Bueno, y Jasper estaba a punto de jubilarse, no tocaba hace un montón de tiempo, y lo agarraron y dijeron, venga, vamos a tocar. Y ahí fue como él estaba un poquito nervioso porque hacía mucho que no grababa, y por eso se puso nervioso, porque tuvo 3 días nada más para grabar, y después el problema fue que el estudio iba a cerrar. Entonces dice que las condiciones las condiciones no fueron las óptimas en el estudio, y el problema también que después grabaron las guitarras y el bajo lo grabaron en su casa, y dice que fue un problema también, porque grabar en la casa tiene cosas a favor y en contra también, que tenés mucho tiempo. Y una de las cosas que contó graciosa, que pasa siempre en todos lados, era que el bajista no tenía trabajo, estaba sin trabajo y tenía todo el tiempo del mundo, y cuando va a grabar empezó con un trabajo, y ahí fue cuando se le deformó todo para la mierda. ¿Alguna pregunta o sigo, Manu, si querés?
Sí, yo tengo preguntas, pero más para el final.
Sí, I want to know, because I love death metal, and I think that the lyrics in death metal are really important. What things inspires you to write music?
Music. Our music is inspired by other music, basically.
None of us write music. It's with the top player.
Well, actually, I try, but I'm a really lousy guitar player, so most of my ideas doesn't make through. But some few tunes, or some small parts sometimes.
And with the lyrics, where does the inspiration come from?
Well, it can be quite a lot of different things, I think, but most of them is probably from here, my head, my sick and twisted mind. But a painting inspired something, some lyric, and I don't know. It can be anything. And then I twist everything around in my mind. It's hard to say. I don't really know.
No, but you think of that when you read a lot, you have more inspiration when you walk, or when you're working, that kind of things?
My inspiration can come at any time. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I get a line in my head, and I think, I have to get up and write it down so I don't forget it tomorrow.
Perfect.
And all of a sudden I sit up in the middle of the night and just write, and then I go to bed. Sleep to swap.
And what do you think when people say that death metal or metal in general is a dark place of music? What do you think about that?
Well, it's not wrong. I mean, it is a kind of a dark energy, and there are definitely mostly dark themes in the lyrics and so on. So, in that aspect, I think they're right. But I don't think it's negative.
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment, and you need an outlet for every kind of energy. So, if this music lets you get an outlet for your negative energy or your dark energy or whatever you would like to call it, well, fine.
The lyrics for this album is pretty much about the death of everything. And it's not like I want everything to die. It's just kind of my way of dealing with my own mortality, I think.
Beautiful.
I don't see it as negative either, but it's entertainment.
Exactly.
And where did the decision come from have every track from the album the word dead included in the title?
Well, it was something I just came up with several years ago. We had actually written 3 or 4 songs, and none of them had a definite title. And all of a sudden, I just wrote one song with definite title, and just came to me. It has never been done before with death in every title. So I wrote new lyrics for all the songs for our first demo, and all of a sudden they had death in them. And I decided back then, this was probably in 2009, 2010 or something like that, but we should do an album and death would be in the title of every song. I had no idea it would take almost 15 years to have the album done. Oof. So in all these years, I have been writing lyric upon lyric upon lyric with death in the title, because obviously not all songs we wrote ended up on the album. So there was a lot of ideas with death in the title, but no more. This is done now. Now it has been done.
Perfect.
I did it. We did it.
Sí, no, muy buena. And for me, it's really interesting what you explain about dark is not always negative. That is beautiful. Sí, ahí está. Manu, lo que acaban de los empujé un poquito para ver qué decían sobre todo lo que era la imaginación y de dónde venían las cosas para escribir. Y bueno, dice que él, escribe todo el tiempo. O sea, que es lo que estaba explicando. Hacía 15 años que venía escribiendo canciones y bueno, eso fue el resultado de este disco. Y algo que me parece muy importante cuando la gente mira y dice están tocando death metal o están tocando metal, es súper oscuro eso, pero lo que dijeron que repito, es súper importante para mí, no siempre lo oscuro o lo negro es negativo, o sea, y ahí estaba explicando bueno que todo el disco habla sobre la muerte y sobre cómo él piensa la muerte. Dice que no necesariamente tiene que ser algo negativo o oscuro, es simple entretenimiento, así que la tienen recontra clara y lo que acaban de explicar me pareció súper claro y muy buena la diferencia, ¿viste? Entre toda esa cosa que la gente piensa que te metes adentro del death metal y está todo podrido, para nada. Muy bueno. Me gustó. Compro, Manu, compro. ¿Alguna otra pregunta?
Sí. Yes.
The death worship does not end there, because in one of the songs I use the word for death in 19 different languages.
Oh,
another thing I thought, it has never been done before either. So I had to learn how to pronounce 19 different languages. I'm not sure I got it all right, but I tried.
Sí. I think that reggaeton music is negative. Fuck. Sorry for that. I have to say that. Sorry for that. Sí.
You have an opinion about the bands that mix death metal with another genres and other sounds like and that kind of electronic shit?
Well, actually, I think we have different opinions here, because Tony is more traditional than I am. So I think if the song is good or if music is good, it's good. It doesn't matter what genre you're playing in. It's a good song is a good song, basically. So I really don't mind that much. I mean, if I like it, I like it. I don't care that much, but that's me.
I respect that, but like you said, I'm more of a traditional guy. I don't even like when you get black metal influences in a death metal song. On the other hand, maybe I can appreciate when a black metal band has death metal influences in their song. They can do it because death metal is better than black metal.
Genio. I love your answers. I love that. Sí, I'm that kind of person. Manu is laughing because I'm that kind of person. Sí.
Yeah, but Truth be told, I have done 2 albums with a black metal band, so
it happens. No, but we've been talking with people from Northern Europe, and one of the guys, you have to listen to Hellsmoke. It's a band, it's a really good band.
It's actually a friend of mine, Christopher.
Yes.
He's a friend of mine.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Wow! Oh, no. This is incredible. Man,
Actually, with their interview with you.
Ah, okay, really?
My attention to you guys. That's why we got in contact.
Ah, okay. It was the algorithm. We didn't know that. O sea, something happened there. See?
I didn't know that.
See, it's a small world, you know. See, because I was the interview with Christopher was really interesting because he was talking about the kind of audio. You can make the same things with different audio, with better audio. And that is a way maybe to develop the genre. It's Christopher. I love that opinion too. See, it's not in the way you mix. It's the way of the sound, and maybe it's the genre that develops. Christopher, he's a really good person. We love to meet him. Sí.
He's a great guy.
Sí, of course. Nice. Manu, si te parece, 3 preguntas más.
Sí, yo estoy.
We are going to make 3 more questions. Can you tell us something? Sorry. I skipped this. Do you use artificial intelligence? What do you think about that?
What?
Artificial intelligence, AI.
AI.
No.
Nothing.
Well, we haven't used it in any recordings or anything. I know it's a hot topic. Some people are really against it. They don't, they don't accept the covers with the AI pictures and so on. Again, I don't have much of an opinion. I mean, if a picture is good, if you like the picture and you think it's representative of your album, go ahead and use it. I don't care if it's made by pencil or AI. As long as it's beautiful, it's okay.
Perfect.
Actually, there was a time when we thought about maybe releasing the album ourselves. And we got the cover from an AI artist actually, because we couldn't afford an artist to do something for it, because artists today are very, very expensive. But I never really liked it, but it was like something to get. So we had an AI cover, but when we got this record deal and the label said, we will pay you half the cost to get a real artist, because we don't want you to use the AI cover.
Wow.
So we were of course fine with that, because then I thought, yes.
Sí. Interesting. Sí. Muy bueno. Sí. I think that maybe the politics in the record labels, are like someone agree and someone no. Muy bueno lo que acaban de decir, Manu, se entendió. O sea, le preguntamos por la inteligencia artificial. Bueno, Jasper nos dijo una cosa y Tony nos estaba contando que, negativo, pero la primera tapa del disco la habían hecho con inteligencia artificial porque es muy caro pagar un artista que la haga, pero después, firmaron con un sello y el sello le dijo que le pagaba la mitad. O sea que no querían la tapa. Muy bueno, tremendo, muy bueno. La primera vez que
Lethal
lo juegan.
Scissor Record es el récord.
¿Cómo se llama?
Lethal Scissor Records.
Ahí está, Lethal Scissor Records. Ahí está, perfect. Sí. And can you tell us something about Swedish, the Sweden actual music scene? How do you feel about that?
It used to be good.
Yeah, well, I think
Always.
I think
It's probably still good, but we are old, so we don't really catch up.
Yeah, I mean the Swedish scene, from what I gather, is alive and kicking. There are lots of bands in every town and everything. Starting to get more gigs going on places, but unfortunately the city where we live is very slow. There's a kind of small scene. It's not a big metal scene at all. We have good metal bands coming from our town. We have like Soilwork used to come from, or used to live here, Darkane and what have you. We have a lot of good bands from here, but there is really no place to play live in our hometown, unfortunately.
I used to organize gigs when I was in my 20s, but there was always a bad turnout, really. And since I stopped, I haven't been that much.
I mean, back in the 90s, we both started out then. It was quite easy to, or a lot easier. At least to get gigs. And I mean, the band I played in back then, we did like 40 gigs in a couple of years. Ooh. And nowadays, even if you have a record and a record label behind you, it's kind of hard to find gigs.
And when you're young, you know everybody. Now when you're 53 and you work a crummy job someplace out of touch with the youth of today who are more into it, it's a bit harder. Actually.
I think the problem is the profit. You know, the bars and the places only want profit. They don't want art. They don't want anything now, and it's hard to do because you can say I'm a band and I will play free. No, I don't need that. I only sell beer and it's okay. It's hard to fight about that.
I think it depends on the places, actually, because I heard an interview just yesterday with a place, promoters in a place up north in Sweden. And they have been around for 50 years, and they were really like, the music were the big thing for them. But at the same time, they explained why they had to have, like, they need profit, because if they don't get profit, they can't keep on going. So we have to, it's a symbiosis. We have to be aware of that as well. But you're not wrong, because many places are like that. They only look at how many people will come and how much beer can I sell. Exactly.
So, two more questions. Can you tell us something about UNDECAYED, the band, future plans?
Well, our future plans now is, of course, to get some gigs and go out and promoting our record and spread the word. Really. So we're open for everything. We'll play just about anywhere as long as we can manage to get there and everything will work out.
And of course we want to continue. We want to record more than one album. So there is of course a long-term goal to make album number 2 and hope it does not take almost 15 years to do that.
It's okay. It's okay. From 50 to 50.
We're quite good in the process of writing. We have a couple quite a couple of new songs that are developing very good, so we're hopeful we will have the material. That's not a problem, but this album has to do okay. We have to sell it, we have to come out and play and meet some fans and so on, so hopefully it will happen next year.
Perfect. Great plans. Bueno, estamos hablando con la banda UNDECAYED. La verdad que un gusto, por lo menos para mí, Manu, son gente del metal posta. Así. We are really happy to meet you. And we keep in touch. Okay, we are going to send you some more record labels, and we keep in touch, of course. And maybe you can come to play next year to Barcelona. I'm going to begin trying to take the bands from Sweden and that kind of things here in Barcelona. So let's see what happens in next year.
Yeah, if we get an invitation, of course we will consider it.
Perfect. Thank you very much for that.
Death Only Demand.
Exactamente. Sí, just to finish the interview, we are going to play Death Only Demand. Can you tell us something about that particular song?
Well, in my opinion, it's one of the strongest songs on the album. It was the first single, so obviously, and the lyrics deal about death as something bigger than a god. I mean, gods don't matter. Death is everything that matters. Death is the most powerful, but death does not want you to worship him. He only wants you to die.
Excellent. Thank you very much. See you.
Thank you. Thank you.
My friend.
It's only moments, but it's